Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, Pavan Veltman from Your Holistic Life Reset. And today I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while, and that is an angel card reading. I'm doing an angel card reading for this year of 2021 and what to expect, and for each month of this year and for the year as a whole. I also want to show you how to do this yourself, because I can give you a general reading of the year's energy, but if you read one for yourself, and I'm going to show you how, it's really easy, it'll be really, really personal to you, and it will help you to plan out your year. I did this for myself just this past weekend, and it was really amazing, and it really, it helped me see, okay, this month I need to rest, this month I need to detox, this month I need to finish writing my book. It was very, very, very clear. And, you start off the year maybe with projects in mind or goals. And then the next thing you know, it's November and December again. And you're like, oops, where'd the time go? Well, if you take the time to do a little bit of planning, you're going to be much more likely to get this stuff done. So I'm going to show you how to do a reading. I'm going to do a little general one for you. And then after that, I'm going to do an intention activation with you. I've already done this on the podcast, but in case you don't listen to my podcast, I'm also going to do it here just to make sure that everyone gets the chance to do this, because it's really, really powerful. It will really help to anchor your goals and give you the energy to carry them out this year, instead of, setting your goals and then forgetting all about them by February. We don't want that. No, we want to be successful. So without further ado, I'm using this deck, which is kind of new to me, but I'm really glad I got it. It's the Angels and Crystals deck from Doreen Virtue. Most of you probably have your own decks of some kind. They've been really fashionable the last year or two. Everyone's making their own deck. I really like Doreen Virtue's cards, not only because they're really beautiful, but because the messages are really positive, and I just find them always really helpful. So if you don't have a deck, see which one. Just choose a deck that just really catches your attention, that you're like, oh, I really want that one. And that'll be the one that's right for you. And before you start using it, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to tell you this too. What you're going to want to do is take every single card, touch it, and look at it, and then put it back. And you're just going to go do this with every single card in the deck. And when you're done with that, you're going to put it in front of your heart and send loving energy to it, okay? And the reason you're doing this is, you're going to intuitively be choosing cards, right? You're made out of energy. This is made out of energy. This is all energy. So by having done this, in a way, your subconscious will actually recognize the energy of that card. And that is how people can easily, intuitively choose the card that is correct. That's why it really works so well. Okay, but that's that's an important step when you're reading for yourself, because it's really hard to sometimes to be objective about yourself. So by doing this extra little step, it makes for a much more accurate reading. Let's put it that way. When you're going to someone else who's reading for you, it works a different way. So like if I'm reading for somebody else, I've already done that with the cards. I can sense what the cards are subconsciously, but I'm also very good at reading people. So subconsciously, I've also already read that person. So, and I've connected our energies. So through me, I choose the right cards. But enough about that. Let's do this. Now, some people like to just shuffle the deck and then cut it and then pick cards off the top. I find with a reading like this, where you have to pick, we're gonna have to pick 13 cards. It's easy if you just lay it out in a horseshoe in front of you, and then close your eyes, and then you'll think, okay, card for the whole year, and then you're gonna feel over the cards. And you're gonna pick, you're gonna feel sort of like a tingling sensation, like going up your arm. That means, oh, it's that card. So you're gonna pick that card. And then you're gonna do it over again. January, you're gonna do one for every single month. And sometimes when you're shuffling, a card will really obviously just jump out of the deck. This happened to me when I did my own reading. It didn't happen this time. So I had an extra card, so that was really cool. That was like an extra message from my guides. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you, I just did this. I didn't think you wanted to watch me with my eyes closed, waving my hand over the cards for half an hour. So I've done this just now, and I've deleted the video because it's boring. And isn't it boring, Coco? See, Coco agrees. You do, he agrees. All right, I'm gonna put on my glasses. Now this is a general reading. This is not your super specific to you personal. This is a reading of the energy for the year, okay? So what have we got? So for the entire year of 2021, got Azurite, okay? That's about deep emotional healing. That's what you've gone. Yes, okay. You've gone through this past year, which has been pretty intense. Maybe I'd say the past 4 years, but you know, I guess that's just some of us. But let's say last year was particularly intense because not only did we have all the political fun going on, we had the plague. So what this card is saying is now it's time it's time for the healing to begin, which that's pretty cool because I mean that is what's happening, right? I mean the vaccine's coming, we're all going to get better. It's also saying though, if you maybe you felt really traumatized, maybe you have a bit of PTSD from all of this, don't be afraid to ask a therapist or a coach for help. This is time, like this whole year, it's about sort of getting back on track, getting back on your feet. You're just healing whatever crap you went through and just getting back to your well self. Okay. January, fluorite. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. See, isn't that pretty? Right. Okay, it's about natural beauty and just being yourself, showing who you really truly are. Just be who you are, because yeah, listen, if I know it's scary, it can be scary, you're afraid to be rejected, maybe you have been rejected in the past when you acted silly or whatever, just being yourself, unguarded, you know, not trying to be what you think the other people want you to be. But think about it. I mean, if you are who you, if you behave really how you truly are, say what you truly feel, you know, don't like try to look like someone else or be like someone else. you're going to attract the people who really like you for who you are and love you for who you are. And then you're always going to know they love me just the way I am. And you're not always going to be afraid like the real you's going to like pop out through the cracks, because you can only act for so long, without it wearing you down. So in February, take some time and just pay attention. Just pay attention throughout the day. Take note, like if when you're around people or on a call or making videos or whatever, am I being myself, or am I being a people pleaser, or am I trying to be something I'm not? That's just, it's important. So stop being a people pleaser, stop being a good girl, because listen, if you're watching me, I'm imagining that you're a woman in midlife, because that's who I help. And the time for people pleasing is freaking over, okay? Unless you want to wake up at 80 and think, oh my God, what did I just do with my whole life, okay? It's time to be who you are, say what you think, feel what you want to feel, and be honest about it. And so that the second half of your life can just be freaking authentic and amazing. And so that you will be surrounded by people who also think you're freaking amazing. And not just because you do all the things for them, and not because you pretend to be little Miss Perfect, whatever that they think that they want you to be, okay? That's my 2 cents. Now we're going to March. No, February. All right, sorry. That was January. That's this month. This month. Be authentic. Sorry. February. February is, I always forget how to translate this. Garnet. Garnet. There we go. I love garnets. Aren't they beautiful? I used to have this amazing garnet bracelet and I lost it. I started kicking myself. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I got this card for May. This is Purify and Detox. Okay, it's time to clear your life of physical and energetic poison, basically. And it's funny. Wow, yeah, in February, I usually do a mini detox just for a week. It's not like the 3-week thing. And it's just, January's a little bit too soon. You're still kind of, finishing up whatever the food was that you had and sort of getting back into the rhythm of work and stuff. But in February, it's good to do a little mini detox just to clear out any residual gunk from the holidays and get your energy back up. So that's what this card is suggesting you do. And you don't have to do mine, but if you're interested, I'll put a link down under here for the little mini detox program I have, which is not so intense as the 3-week one. It's actually quite lovely. And it's not just about food, it's also just about also like detoxing your energy and detoxing yourself, freeing yourself from toxic people. It's the whole little clearing stuff that doesn't serve you. That's a really good thing to do right in the beginning of the year. Maybe you don't want to be having the difficult conversations in January. Actually, think about it. In January, you're going to make a point of showing your true self. And when you do that, some people aren't going to like that. Some people are going to fight back against that. Although this can be hard to face, those are probably the people that you need to clear out of your life. So think about that. And in February, you can do that. So you can be gathering intel in January, and in February, you can say, hit the road, Jack, or this is me, like, love it or leave it, right? All right. March. Appetite. Not appetite, appetite. Look at that. Oh, great. Okay, this is saying just keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect, yeah? You don't have to be perfect. You know, you just do the best you can and don't compare yourself to other people. This year, absolutely. We've started the age of Aquarius, okay? And the age of Pisces, which is what we're coming out of, was about leaders, following leaders, doing what the leader says, you know? The age of Aquarius is not about that. The age of Aquarius is about gathering a lot of knowledge, and certainly you can go to a leader or a teacher and get knowledge, but also it's about thinking for yourself and also about sharing. So like, that's kind of what I do. I mean, for years, I've studied all kinds of different things, tried out all kinds of different things, and I just love sharing what has worked, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm passing on the knowledge. I didn't make any of this shit up. Pardon my French. And this year especially, you know, so don't, I don't know, look to that supposedly perfect person on the Instagram and say, oh, why is she doing so much better than me? Or why is she whatever, prettier, thinner, richer? Cut that shit out, because half the time it's not even true. Really, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I have seen some other woman who I thought had their shit together so much better than me, and found out later that it was just all smoke and mirrors, and that they were actually way worse off than I was, and I never had a clue. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Be you. You do you. You do the best you can, and don't judge yourself. Don't judge other people. Focus on everything that you have achieved, everything that you've learned. It's about you. So don't make yourself smaller. Don't make yourself smaller. Sorry, I'm having an allergy attack today because Mr. here decided he needed to sleep next to my face. He did. Yes. He did. Now he's on the couch. Once again, next to my face. And I'm having an allergy attack. All right. April. Calcite. That's pretty. Okay. All right. This is going to be a busy month. Busy month. Okay, April's gonna be really busy. It says busyness and multitasking. In April, you got to be really careful that you don't burn yourself out. Just really look at your calendar and make sure that it's really actually important stuff. You know, like go through make sure everything's on your calendar so you can see it. Even like if you have a to-do list, anything, to put that all in your calendar and then really look at it and just say, okay, is this really necessary? And just get rid of anything that isn't, because it's going to be a very busy month, and you don't want to burn out. And also make sure that you're busy for the right reasons. You know, that you're not just, some people make themselves busy so they don't have to like think too much, you know, or look at their life too hard. Not saying that's you, but there are people that do that. So if you're one of those people, and you find that you're really, really busy and you're kind of enjoying it, you will pay afterwards. So don't do that. Just really go through your agenda and see if there's anything you can clear out of there, things that aren't really that important. And make sure that you're not filling it with, like I said, being a good girl, being a people pleaser. If that's something that you know for a fact someone else can do for themselves, you go ahead and let them do that, and maybe it won't be perfect when they do it, but, that's not really your problem, Just stop yourself. Stop yourself from trying to care for everybody or rescue everybody. It's time to just do what's important for you. And it's not about being mean or not being helpful. I mean, if you can be helpful, certainly be helpful. But I don't know, let me give you an example. I have a friend, I have so many people who do this to me, but okay. I have one particular friend who calls and asks me these questions, which, you could Google the answer to in under 5 seconds. And most of the time I just do that for him. And then I'm thinking, excuse me, this guy's a freaking web developer who's sitting behind his computer. Why am I doing this for him? He can do that himself. He can totally, if he really wanted to answer that answer, he can Google it, just like I just did. Okay, so stuff like that that's draining your energy, stealing your time, and it's not necessary. It really isn't. So stuff like that. Or maybe you have kids who are old enough to do their own laundry. Just saying, or make their own sandwiches. Think about it. Okay, January, February, March, April, May. Ooh, purple. Charwa, I think is how you pronounce this. Spiritual protection. Okay. You might feel a little vulnerable in May, and this card is saying not to worry. You're being guarded and protected, and just know we have spirit guides, we have guardian angels, loved ones that have died. They're with us. That's like, think of a loved one who has passed away is a guardian angel you can actually name. You have a bunch of guardian angels, but you don't know who they are. But those people you do know. My dad passed away a couple years ago. He's here. He's one of my guardian angels. That's a great thing to know. And they're always around you. They're always protecting you. And what you need to know is they'll always do their best for you. But if you actually ask for help, that actually gives them permission to do a lot more for you. Because they don't want to step over your free will. Okay, so ask for that help, ask for that protection, and poof, you have it. And yeah, it's saying you're being guarded and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling afraid, maybe someone's coming after you, whatever it is that comes up that month, just know that they are there for you, and just ask for help, and you will get it. Seriously, I'm like living proof. It helps. It really works. And how do you talk to them? You can just talk to them out loud. You can talk to them in your head. You can pray. You can talk to them through cards. Because really, this is they are guiding these cards. Okay, and you can also just write to them, like writing a letter. That's the way that works the best for me. You just need to find the way that works the best for you. I am naturally a writer, so that's what works for me. So what are you naturally? And that's what you need to do. That's what'll work. Okay, the 6th month is June. It's like the freaking alphabet. Clear quartz. Look at that. It says it's okay to feel your emotions. Okay? It says, yeah. Ever since, what was it? The Secret came out. I think people are in terror of being anything less than happy, happy, positive all the time. And yes, you should try to be as positive and keep your vibration as high as possible, but it has to be genuine. Okay, you can't just pretend. So what you need to do, it's saying it's okay. There's a very broad spectrum of emotions, and it's okay to feel all of them. Just if they're a lower emotion, don't dwell there. Okay, you can feel it. What you do, you feel it, you acknowledge it, you know, I say, you know, I see you, I know why I'm feeling you, and then you let it go. You know, because all of your emotions have messages for you. So if there's a negative emotion that's you know, cropping up, and you're just blowing it off and pushing it down, for one thing, it's, you know, festers and rots inside of you. But the other thing is, you didn't get the message. You're ignoring that message. So what's going to happen? It's going to come again. It's like those you didn't pay your bill letters. You know, it comes with, you know, with a reminder, please pay your bill. If you don't do that, second reminder, you don't do that, oh, guess what? Now you're going to pay double. You don't do that again, double again. You know, and in the end, maybe there's a guy, a Hell's Angel at the door with a baseball bat. We don't know. I don't know what your lifestyle's like. But it's the same with emotions. If you ignore them, they will come back and come back and come back with a vengeance. So just face them. Feel them, you know, maybe it's unpleasant, you know, put on your big girl pants. It's not going to last forever. Feel those emotions and recognize them, thank them. This is the message. What's the message they're trying to tell me? And then let it go. Say, thank you, I got the message, and then let it go. And then think about something happy. If you find yourself this year, it's very important to try and stay positive. After I've just told you this, but truly positive. So that's why it's really important to work through any negative feelings that come up, look at why they've come up, and then move on to something positive. We're in midlife, which is, you know, due to the hormones already on top of it, the hormones are making us feel even more anxious and depressed. So it's really important there, you know, what can I do to raise my mood? Okay, and that's like listening to happy music, doing fun things, maybe watching funny videos. You know, I don't know, I like to watch little Eddie Izzard or Monty Python or even Stephen Colbert. You know, if I need a pick-me-up, I'll watch something funny on YouTube. You know, some people like to watch cute animal videos, whatever, something uplifting. Watch something uplifting, listen to something uplifting, hang out with a friend who always makes you feel good. You know what those things are, you know. So don't just sit there and fester in your downward spiral. Do something about it, and do it fast. This year, July, Rubelite. It's such a pretty card, isn't it? Can you see? All right, passion and purpose. Oh, neat. Okay, July. In July is a really, really good month to finish or start and finish, to work on a project that's close to your heart. So if you always wanted to write a book, if you always wanted to do a podcast, always wanted to paint something or write a song or whatever your little groovy, creative, only I can make this project is, July is a really good month to block off that time if you can, you know, and probably you can, because that's usually when people have vacation, right? Do it. Block off that time and say, this month, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on. Because in July, you're going to have extra energy, extra energetic support to finish this. You're going to feel a lot more enthusiastic. You're going to have lots of energy and motivation, and that's super cool. That's really great. I pulled this card for myself in February, so I know what I'm doing in February. But for everyone in general, July is also a really, really good month to do that. If you want to, in the comments, it might be nice if you write to me if you have such a passion project that you've always wanted to do, because if you write it to me and I will answer you, it will help to anchor that. It'll help it make it more real and more concrete, instead of a thing in your head with like, oh yeah, maybe someday I'll whatever write a children's book. If you write it there, it'll make it more concrete for you. Only if it feels right, okay? Only do this if it feels right for you. All right, August. These names, man. Rhodochrosite. Be kind to yourself. You should be kind to yourself every single day of the year, okay? But, okay, for one thing, it's coming after a month when you just worked your little butt off. So I think what it's saying here is in August, it's time to take a little break. This is going to be a rest, be more restful, take care of yourself, take baths, whatever it is that you like to do to pamper yourself. This August is going to be a really good month to do that. This card's saying you've been through a lot and you need time to heal and recover. So yeah, maybe some of you will have been sick, but I really think this has to do with you just worked really hard the last month. I don't know, writing that book, recording that album. I don't know what you're doing. You're doing something groovy. I know it. Working on whatever that passion project is. It could be anything. It could be like setting up a charity. It doesn't even have to be something creative. So, the fact that I've listed creative things, don't let that, if you're not a creative person, don't let that turn you off. You have a passion project and you know what it is. And in August, you deserve a break. September, Jade. Again, wellness. Oh, great. Okay. It says that's it. You're feeling better now. It says you're healing and your recovery, the recovery of your health and a feeling of well-being are coming to you. So perfect. If really take care of yourself and really take a break so that you don't burn out. Do that in August and you'll feel super groovy in September. You'll be all set and you can just do whatever it is that you want to do. I won't boss you around in September. October, Peridot. How do you pronounce that? I've never known. Life lessons. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So we all have this. We all have like negative patterns that keep repeating. Like, well, with women very commonly, it's it will manifest in relationships, like just picking the wrong guy time and time again, even though you think you're being really, really careful not to pick the same kind of guy, and you think he's completely different, and in the end gosh darn it, he tricked you and he is the same kind of bad guy that you picked last time. These patterns repeat themselves for a reason. And there are so many different reasons it can be. Sometimes it's really through no fault of your own. It can be something that's in your family lineage that's been passed down, on a spiritual level. And if you've never done this, I really actually recommend you trying it. gotta get someone on the podcast to explain it better, but it's a thing, it's called family constellations. And in this, when you do these sessions, which are, normally a day long, that's what you do. You work out, you see you are shown what those patterns are that you are playing out that don't belong to you, and you release them so you don't have to keep playing it over and over and over again. It's like a bad script that isn't yours, so that's just something to consider. Maybe it's not from that, or maybe it is, or maybe it's a combination. Maybe because you're going through that in this life, it can have damaged your feeling of self-worth. For example, in the example of having bad relationships, and that will also, like some women will stay in a relationship that's bad, because they're afraid that that's the best that they're going to be able to get, and they'd rather have that crappy something than nothing, for example. That's a self-esteem issue. So, just get help, get therapy, get a coach, do a family constellation thing. Really pay attention to what those repeating patterns are, because we're in midlife. It's time to clear all that crap, and that's it. This is now your big chance. Oops, they fell. Hope they're in the right order. This is now your really big chance to get it right. It's like a do-over. You do get do-overs. You get lots of do-overs in this life, but a major do-over is when you hit midlife. When you hit midlife, you have a sort of a period of time where you work out everything. You look at what you've had in the past, what you want to keep, what you want to throw out, what you want to do differently. You get it all figured out, and then you do the next brilliant life phase. And so it's a good time to get rid of these patterns, because if you don't do it now, man, do you really want to wake up when you're 80 and be like, oh man, I still with this horrible person? Oh wait, now I remember because I looked. Okay. Okay, so November, rose quartz. Rose quartz is all about love life. Well, that's nice. Okay, so it says, this can mean three things, okay? It can mean that there's a new love coming into your life, which, you cleared away the negative patterns, so now you can get the right person. Won't that be nice? Number two, maybe you're in a relationship. This means that you're going to have a renewed love for each other, because, people are together for a really long time. You go through ups and downs and phases, but if you stick together, you'll go up again. And so in November, it's a period of going up again and just feeling really loving towards each other. So that's really cool. So say you're not in a relationship and you don't want to be in a relationship, what it can also mean, and that's again a product of having done the work in October, is that you will have you'll have a renewed feeling of love for yourself, because that's really the most important. Well, it's a very important thing to love yourself, because if you really love yourself, you will be able to really, really love everyone else. It's not about being selfish. If you love yourself, you will be capable. You will know what true love is. You will be capable of giving the best kind of love and of being in the best kind of relationship. And that will just bring more love into the world. So it starts with you. It starts with you. So that's very cool. So if you do the work in October, that's what's waiting for you in November. And last but not least, December. Topaz. Oh, okay. Forgiveness heals. That's what it says. And that makes sense because this is December. And what did we just do? Well, I know I did anyway. Last December, you're thinking about the years past, and you're thinking about, things you need to let go of. And that's a big thing. You need to forgive people, not because they were right and not because you think it's okay what they did, but because you don't want to spend any more of your energy. It's very draining to hold resentment, and anger. And these people don't even know it anyway. They're like nowhere near you, and you're here like, angriest dog in the world. They don't know. And so you're sitting here all miserable and angry and stressed out and tense, and you're not hurting them, you're only hurting yourself. So that is why you must choose to forgive. You're not forgetting, you're not excusing, because sometimes people are afraid to forgive because they think, oh, if I forgive them, they're just going to do it all over again. They don't need to know that you forgave them. You're just letting it go, and you're just being very, very clear. As you let it go, you're not going to allow it to happen again. Forgiveness doesn't mean opening yourself up to be a victim again. That's not what it means. And it also doesn't mean that it's okay what they did. You will protect yourself. So you can say there's a person who hurts you in your life. Choose to forgive them, because know this, everyone from Mother Teresa to the biggest fucking asshole murderer on the planet, everyone is doing the best that they are personally capable of doing. Now that their best may not be good enough for you, okay? So you don't have to lower yourself to their level, nor do you have to lower yourself to being their victim, okay? But just know that if you always do the best you can, don't you? I mean, even when do something wrong, I mean, that's because at the moment, that's just, you couldn't do better, or you would have. You always want to do your best. That's just your natural state, okay? So everyone can only do the best that they can do. And it may not be good enough for you, so what you got to do is just forgive them in knowing they did their best, but also then letting it go, because their best ain't good enough for you. So just let it go and don't think about it anymore. Don't keep giving them your energy. Don't keep letting them hurt you over and over because you keep playing the bad thing in your mind over again. I mean, they hurt you one time in real life, and you're letting them hurt you for the next 50 freaking years because you're playing that same scene over and over in your head. Don't do that. Actually, there's an exercise in the activation we're going to do in a minute. My God, I've been talking a long time. Okay, we're going to do an activation. It's short. We'll keep this whole thing under an hour. All right, so forgive people. I don't know if it says anything else. Yeah, it's bad for your health. And it blocks your happiness, which I just said. See? All right, ladies, and maybe gentlemen. I'm talking to the ladies. It's time. It's time to get comfortable, because we're going to do an activation, an intention activation for 2021. And if you want to hear it on its own later, if you want to replay it, just listen to it on my podcast, because that's just a separate, that's all I did. But for now, because you've just gone through all of these cards with me, I thought it would be nice if we just did the activation. So get comfortable and close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes. Close your eyes. All right. And take a deep breath in. hold it, blow out. Right, so you're gonna breathe in, breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Feel your body getting heavier, heavier and heavier, more and more relaxed as you breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly. Now imagine you're sending a rope down from your tailbone down to the center of the earth, and Mother Earth is grabbing hold of it. So you are grounded and safe, can't float away. And Mother Earth is going to send you whatever special energy that you need right now. It could be any color. It's the color that you need right now. And that energy is going back up the rope, back into your body. And now you're sending another rope up out of the top of your head. And that's going all the way to the center of the universe. That is the center of pure love and creation. And that is sending crystal white light back down through that rope, back down into your head and down to your heart. And in your heart, you're going to mingle these two energies. Now you are grounded, loved, safe, and connected. Now I want you to go to a really beautiful place with a river. See the sun shining, sparkling on the water. Feel the grass or the sand under your feet. It's a really beautiful day. It's just the perfect temperature. Maybe there's a nice little light breeze, some birds singing. And nearby the river, you're going to see a pile of stones. Imagine those those flat, smooth stones that they use for massage. Imagine those, but then like the size of your hand. And you have a magic marker, and you're going to take a stone, and on the stone you're going to write something that you want to let go of. This could be anything. This could be what we just talked about. This could be letting go of anger towards somebody. You could be letting go of a toxic relationship. You could be letting go of a project that you started but never finished and probably never will, but you still it's still there in the back of your mind. Anything that is draining your energy that you do not want to take forward with you into 2021. You're going to write all these things, each one on a separate rock. And you're going to throw that stone into the river, and it's going to sink to the bottom. So I'm going to give you some time. Write as many as you want. And know that you can come back to this spot anytime. If you're not finished, or if you think of more stuff later, I've gone back like 4 times now. And you don't even have to do this whole activation to do it. Just in your mind, just quickly go to that spot, write the thing on the rock, throw it in the river. You could be driving, you could be showering, it doesn't matter. As soon as you think of them, write them on the stone, throw it away. So now I want you to find a comfy place to sit or lie. Maybe just like a really nice sunbed there for you, or a blanket on the ground, wherever. Find yourself a comfy place. And you're going to go into your heart space. Now, some of you may have done this many times, so just go for it. If you've never done this before, it might be easy to imagine you are stepping into an elevator, pushing a heart-shaped button. It's going to take you down into your heart. The door's going to open, and you're going to find yourself in your heart space. Now explore it. What does it look like? What kind of room is it? How's it decorated? What can you see? So once you've got your bearings, you're going to invite your higher self to join you. And once your higher self is there with you, ask your higher self for a message, a special message just for you for the year 2021. And I want you to thank your higher self, because we're going to leave the heart space. Your higher self, you can bring with you if you want. You're always connected, but if you want that, extra conscious connection, just imagine that. Just imagine there's like a golden strand that's connecting the two of you, maybe heart to heart. And so say, thank you so much. Get back in the elevator. Come back up to the river. And once you're out of the elevator, I want you to look around and find the tallest tree and go over to it. And you're going to put your hands, both your hands, on this tree. And you're going to share your energy with the tree. And this is not meant to be a draining experience. Trees also have energy. So basically you're sharing, you're combining your energies. Okay, you're sending your energy to the tree. The energy will respond in kind. And you are going to say to the tree what your intentions or goals, whatever you want to call it, for 2021 are. And with each one that you state, it's going to appear on the tree as if it was carved into the tree. I'm going to give you a moment to do that. Maybe you haven't thought about it yet. Maybe you think you can have some more goals that you haven't had, taken the time, or maybe you're just feeling on the spot and you can't think of them all right now. No worries. You can come back to that tree any time. You can even change them if you've already reached one. You can go to that tree and tell them to erase it because you've changed your mind or you've already completed it. You can always go back to that tree and write new goals or erase other goals. So now that you've done this, by doing this, you have anchored your goals into this year through this tree. And also, you are going to receive energy to carry out these goals from the tree. So this is a very important tree for you. Don't forget this tree. Visit it regularly. And now I want you to rub your hands together. Put them in front of your eyes. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. Oh, look at that. 55 minutes. I stayed under an hour. And we did a lot. We did a lot. So listen, ladies and maybe gentlemen, go do your own card reading for this year. If you don't have a deck, order one or buy one. I know if you're in America, bookstores usually even carry them, so and they're certainly online all over the place. And do your reading for this year for yourself. It'll help you to do your planning for the year. And I hope you enjoyed the activation. I really did. I've already done it like 3 times. Well, because I've been sharing it with you, but also I go back a lot to the stones and to the tree. And remember that you're always connected to your higher self. And enjoy that. Enjoy that. And don't be afraid of how beautiful it is. Don't feel like you're being, I don't know, snobby or whatever. If your higher self looks like an angel, of course it looks like an angel. All right? So I'm wishing you an amazing 2021, and I hope to see you a lot more this year on this channel and in my podcast. And I hope this was helpful. And love you, and I will see you again soon. And Coco, yeah, say goodbye, Coco. Say goodbye to the nice people. Coco wants to sleep. All right, so see you later.